Have you been learning English for a long time, but you still feel uncomfortable or shy speaking English in social situations in person? Today we're going to learn and practice a list of 7 things that you can say in these situations. These are some sentences that you can practice and have ready for those times when you're feeling a little bit shy or nervous or introverted. I'll also be giving you some cultural tips about Americans or how to speak more comfortably with Americans, and hopefully help you feel more at ease and comfortable with yourself, to feel like yourself when you're speaking English. I'm going to ask you to repeat after me in this video, so hopefully you are alone or you're around other people who you don't mind practicing your English out loud in front of. If you would like to have notes to study after this lesson, I have created a free Google Doc guide for you, which you can download from the link down below. This is free and it's available for people who are on my free email news list. If you are not on that list yet, I highly recommend you get on it because I send free things, free English stuff to people on my email list every week. And if you don't like it, you can unsubscribe at any time. And at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you the 3 things that you must absolutely never say to an American in conversation. Okay? So stick around until the end of the video so you don't miss that. Let's get started with our lesson. You're meeting someone for the first time, you walk through the door, or you walk up to a table of people, or you walk up to someone in a bar, any sort of social situation, you would want to confidently say with a smile,
"So nice to meet you. So nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Brittany. Nice to meet you." Okay, let's try this. We'll do it 4 times. Say it out loud. Try it. You can substitute your own name. You don't have to say my name. Hi, I'm Brittany. Nice to meet you. 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 We can throw a finally in there if you have been waiting for this meeting for a long time.
Hi, so nice to finally meet you. Hi, so nice to finally meet you.
It's so nice to finally meet you. It's so nice to finally meet you.
Well, it's so nice to finally meet you. Well, it's so nice to finally meet you.
Oh, thank you. So nice to finally meet you both. Oh, thank you. So nice to finally meet you both.
Oh, George, it is so nice to finally meet you. It is so nice to finally meet you.
Hi, I'm Brittany. So nice to finally meet you. Hi, I'm Brittany. So nice to finally meet you. Hi, I'm Brittany. So nice to finally meet you. Hi, I'm Brittany. So nice to finally meet you. It's common for Americans to ask this question, what do you do?
Wait, but what do you do for work? Wait, but what do you do for work? So what do you do for work? So what do you do for work?
What do you do, Mr. Don? What do you do, Mr. Don?
What do you do? What do you do? Oh, what do you do? What do you do? Which means, what do you do for work? What do you do for work? What do you do for work? American culture is pretty work obsessed, and so this is a common question in social situations. I know a lot of people in other countries think that this is strange, and maybe it is strange. So you could answer this question like this, for example. I'm a job. I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher. I work in your industry. So for example, education or sales or marketing or engineering or medicine.
I work in IT now. I work in IT now.
I work in metals. I'm a salesman. I work in metals. I'm a salesman.
You can say either one of these phrases. So let's practice together. Repeat after me. Put your own job, your own occupation in the blank. I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher. I work in education. I work in education. I work in education. I work in education. You could then say more about your job if you want to, if you feel comfortable talking about your job. If somebody has asked you, what do you do? It's probably because they are genuinely interested in learning more about you. So you might feel a little bit shy, but it's very normal to expand on your answer, to say more about your job. Speak first. And what I mean by this is let other people know that you are willing to speak in English and that you want to speak in English. This can be a really difficult thing for shy people who want to practice English but are just feeling shy. Sometimes if you don't tell people that you are wanting to, that you are willing to speak, they will just let you be quiet. They sometimes won't say anything to you because they're trying to be polite. They don't want you to feel uncomfortable. So it's your responsibility to speak first, even if it's just a very small sentence. That's okay. Saying something small at the beginning of a conversation will help to relieve your stress, will help to reduce the tension that you're feeling inside of yourself. In the next 5 steps, I'm going to give you example sentences of what you can say to speak first and put yourself at ease. Ask questions about them. This one will be so liberating for you. Take a real interest in the person who you're talking to. Genuinely try to get to know them. Try to learn about them. This takes all of the pressure off you. It gets you out of your own head and it puts all of the emphasis on the person who you're talking to. It's so freeing and it's very easy. The only thing you need to do is to prepare some questions and then to be a good listener. Be an attentive listener. Asking a lot of questions gives you control of the situation, and if you're introverted or shy, it allows you to be kind of quiet and just listen to the other person speak. Also, people love to be asked questions. People love when others show interest in them, so this is a great way for you to connect with other people and to truly make genuine friendships, genuine relationships in English. So here are just a few questions you could ask. Repeat after me. Have you seen any good movies or TV shows lately? Have you seen any good movies or TV shows lately? Have you seen any good movies or TV shows lately? Is there a place you've always wanted to visit? Is there a place you've always wanted to visit? Is there a place you've always wanted to visit? Do you have any fun trips coming up soon? Do you have any fun trips coming up soon? Do you have any fun trips coming up soon? Do you have any fun trips coming up soon? What's your favorite thing about your hometown? 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 If you're feeling a little bit awkward or nervous to get started, you could first just say, "Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about yourself?" Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about yourself? And then maybe you will put the person at ease, or it's just a good transition to go into the questions that you really want to ask. Travel and movies and culture are usually safe topics for discussing with people who we don't know very well or with potential friends, with new friends. Let them know that you're learning English, but don't say, "My English is bad," and don't say, "I'm sorry for my English." Don't apologize for your English. And the reason for this is that when you say, "I'm sorry," or "My English is really bad," you're automatically making a negative judgment about yourself. And that's just not necessary, and it can be pretty bad for your confidence. It can also sometimes make the other person feel a little bit uncomfortable. However, it's fine to say that you're learning English. This is a neutral fact, and it can feel really good to just acknowledge the elephant in the room, as we say. But you can do it in a positive way. So you can say something like this. "I'm still learning English, so I might make some mistakes." "I'm still learning English, so I might make some mistakes." "I'm still learning English, so I might make some mistakes." "I'm happy to be practicing my English with you, even though I'll definitely make some mistakes." "I'm happy to be practicing my English with you, even though I'll definitely make some mistakes." "I'm happy to be practicing my English with you, even though I'll definitely make some mistakes." You can start with a compliment. You can start by giving a compliment, but it has to be a genuine compliment. It has to be a real compliment that you truly mean. All right, so I'm going to give you some example compliments here that you can feel free to use in someone's home or meeting in a social situation in a restaurant or in a bar. It's safest to make your compliment about something like the decor of the home or the decor of the restaurant if you're in a restaurant.
I love the decor, by the way. I love the decor, by the way.
I just have to tell you, your home is beautiful. I just have to tell you, your home is beautiful.
You have a beautiful home. You have a beautiful home.
Or the food. You can compliment the food.
This is delicious, Mrs. Raymond. Absolutely delicious. This is delicious, Mrs. Raymond. Absolutely delicious.
Oh, I'm having a great time. This is delicious. Oh, I'm having a great time. This is delicious.
This is delicious, Margaret. What is it? This is delicious, Margaret. What is it?
This first one is, "Your home is beautiful. I love the specific decor, item, object, color scheme that you would like to compliment." Okay, so we'll just put an example in here and you can repeat after me. "Your home is beautiful. I love that plant." "Your home is beautiful. I love that plant." "Your home is beautiful. I love that plant." "This place has such a cozy and inviting atmosphere." "This place has such a cozy and inviting atmosphere." "This place has such a cozy and inviting atmosphere." Tell them that you want to practice and that you want them to correct you, to correct your mistakes. If you want. Some people do not want to be corrected in conversation, and that's okay too. But if you do want people to correct your English, you have to ask. Most people will not correct your mistakes in casual conversation because it feels really rude to correct other people. Only if you want to be corrected, you could say something like this. Please correct me when I make speaking mistakes. Please correct me when I make speaking mistakes. Please correct me when I make speaking mistakes. I really appreciate it when people help me fix my mistakes. I really appreciate it when people help me fix my mistakes. I really appreciate it when people help me fix my mistakes. Ask people questions specifically about the English language and American culture. This is a tip that's going to really help you to connect with people, and I'm going to tell you why. There's a well-known concept called the Benjamin Franklin effect. The Benjamin Franklin effect is a cognitive bias where doing a favor for someone leads to more positive feelings toward them. People feel good when they help other people. And basically, when you're asking someone for help, you are allowing that person to feel good. And then they like you more. So when you ask people for their knowledge in English, in a language that they speak, it allows them to feel smart and useful, and they're very, very happy to help you. They feel good about themselves, and so they like you more. So consider asking questions like this to English speakers. What is a polite way to say I want in English? I mean, you can change I want to anything. Does this sentence sound natural in English? And then you can say a sentence that you would like them to correct for you. You can go up to someone in an English-speaking country and just ask them to correct a sentence for you, or ask them if something sounds natural or not, and that's a really good way to start a conversation with an English speaker. Hot tip for you. Here are some culture examples, some culture questions. What are the most popular sports in this country? Who is considered the most famous person in this country? Okay, it's time now, you guys. Here are 3 things that you must never say in your conversations with Americans. Unless you enjoy awkward conversations and you don't mind potentially offending people. But if you're trying to make friends, please avoid saying, "How much money do you make?" Or "How much does your house cost?" Or "How much does your rent cost?" In the US, it's still taboo to talk about your finances, especially with people who you just met or who you don't know very well. Number 2, what's your religion? In the US, if you don't know the person very well, this is quite taboo to ask somebody what their religion is until you get to know them. However, if somebody volunteers information about their religious beliefs, then you can ask more questions. You can ask some follow-up questions. 3, you look tired, or you've put on some weight, you've gained some weight. Making any negative comments about somebody's appearance for Americans is considered super rude, so try to avoid any sort of questions or comments like this. In the classroom, we often learn a lot about written English, but we spend very little time talking about how English is spoken, how English sounds, the rhythm of English in real life. This can lead to a lot of frustration when learners are trying to watch a series in English or trying to speak to English speakers in person. To learn how to start to understand real spoken English, watch this video next. Don't forget to download the guide for today's video down below. I will see you next time, guys. Have a nice day.